stopping by my channel. So I have a new set of pencils to share with you guys today. A long time ago I posted these on my community tab. I spotted them on Amazon and they were retailing for $49.99. I couldn't find them anyplace else and they had a really long delivery date. So I was like, let me wait before I order these. I was hoping I would find them on Temu or AliExpress, which they are available right now on AliExpress as I'm making this video. I haven't seen them on Temu yet. I figured you guys would be curious about these. I know a lot of people are fans of Kalour, so let's check them out. What struck me as these are going to be a different set of pencils than the rest of their sets. Now they do have a few different sets. I know it gets confusing because a lot of people just assume because they're put out by Kalour that they're all part of the same pencil family, but you'll see here I have the tin from the 240 set. These also come in 300 and now 520 set, the same family of pencils. And then we have the macaroons. These also now come in a 72 set. They put out a few different types of pencils. Those are two of the main ones that I think everybody's most familiar with. What I noticed different about these, just from the picture on Amazon, was that these say top grade and all the rest of their pencil tins will say premium, expert, soft touch, you know, all the same stuff. They put the same stuff all the time on their tins. So I was like, oh, are these a different pencil? Are they doing some sort of different advertising? What's the deal? So that's why I was really curious about checking this set out. So I did swatch these out already. And let me know down in the comments, do you like it better if I already have these swatched out and we can kind of cut to the chase? Or do you like having that little few minutes of speed swatching on the channel? I have asked before and I get kind of like mixed reviews on that. Some people don't like it. Some people do like it. So let me know in the comments. Usually it does take me quite a long time and it's summertime, so that's kind of why I'm kind of cutting that part for the moment, just because the room I color in over here, it's really hot and I don't have air conditioning. So yeah, so I did swatch these out, and as I was swatching them, I was like, these feel very familiar. I know we like to figure out if a particular set is the same as any other sets or similar, just so we can avoid having the same set multiple times, especially in our little niche community where we want to have all the pencils. So I thought these felt very familiar to me, and at first I was like, maybe the Derwent Chroma Flows. I pulled those out. I was like, no, not exactly. And I pulled a few different sets, and then I was like, aha, I think I've got it. They feel just like the Castle Art gold pencils. Now, I was like, maybe they're just similar. Okay, a lot of pencils are similar, but check this out. I found a color match for every single color in both sets. I have the 120 set of the Castle Art Golds. I keep wanting to call them Star Joy Golds, but they're Castle Art Golds. And I found a color match for every single one. Now, this is just my opinion, but I think they are the same pencil, if not very, very close, similar pencils. I have in the past, when I was researching other stuff, come across information that Kalour does make some things for Castle Arts, just like something I ran across when I was doing something else. I was like, oh, interesting. And I think it was, where did I put it? I think it was something about their swatch charts that they made for Castle Arts, allegedly. I don't really, I can't really remember, but I know it was something, they're somehow connected to each other. So that would make sense that these would be a match. You can see here, I did do, that's my little scrap paper where I checked before I committed it to paper, but it was really easy to find the matches. I mostly just held them up together because some of the names do match and some of them don't, because a lot of the colors I was looking at and I was like, oh, that's curious. This one is called Oyster and this one is also called Oyster. And I was able to pretty much just by looking and tell that they were the same colors, which doesn't really mean anything. A lot of sets could have similar colors, similar names. That's not necessarily meaning of anything when you're doing a comparison of two sets side by side. But just the fact that I thought they felt the same or very similar. They both have very crumbly, soft cores. Let's see. It's a Castle Art. And that's the Kalour. I believe they're both 4 millimeters. Let's see. Let's zero this out. 1 millimeters. It says 3.9, but so 4.0 for the Castle Art, 4.0 for 3.9, 4.0. So they're both the same core size as each other. So just for my observations and the feeling I got from swatching them out, I think they are the same. Pencil core, you know, they don't look the same at all. But if you already have these Castle Art pencils, do you necessarily need these? Especially if you have the 120 set of the Castle Art pencils? No. I'm going to say no. But if you never got the Castle Art pencils, this is definitely a cheaper alternative to those. So I didn't really personally like these Castle Art Golds so much. I think I even only used them 1 or 2 times when I first got them. I don't even think I did a review on these just because I didn't like them. And I know how people get when you don't like something and they like it. So I was like, oh, let me not even bother to make a review on these because I really didn't like them. I thought they were very crumbly, like a lot of dust. And yeah, they were very dusty. I thought they were very dusty. And they had kind of a weird waxy, I don't even know if it's waxy, but like a plasticky feel to them. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's been a while since I tried them, and in trying these out, I do kind of, my opinions on them, it's kind of changed a little bit. I do like them a little bit more than I did before. I'm doing this review all out of order. Usually I like to show you the pencil first, but let's take a look at the Kalour pencil. It has this really nice, they're kind of trying to give you a more luxurious look, I think, to their regular pencil sets, which they're both nice. But I think it's pretty smart of them to kind of make sure that you know that it's a different kind of pencil. I did swatch these out to even make sure that they felt different. They do feel different. I actually think I prefer these over these. Just my own personal preference. These are softer. I think they say these are wax, right? I think so. It does have the light fast ratings on the pencil, which I don't personally subscribe to that being realistic, but that is something that they usually have on their pencils. They have the swatch chart on the tin, and they're capped at the bottom. But yeah, so that's what they look like. They have these TG 637. I figured out meant top grade pencil. I do really like that these Kalours now come with the extra colorless blender and the colorless burnisher pencil. I do like the blenders. They're not like a Prismacolor blender or the Grisaille blender that I usually use. They do feel more, I kind of like to use it as if it was an eraser almost. So let's see how. blend it. You can see. Let's see. So, you do still kind of see the line there, so you would probably want to do really light layers. Matcha green. Let's see. Do they blend? I don't know. They say they blend, like they're supposed to be blendable, but a little bit they blend, I guess. So I do actually like these blenders they have. They just kind of serve a little bit of a different purpose than, say, this Grisaille Burnisher blender. If you're thinking about just getting them because they have these colorless blenders and burnisher inside of them, you can get these separately. It comes with maybe 5 or 4 of the blenders and like 1 or 2 of the burnisher. I don't really use burnishers that much. I usually just use the blender. I'll put that in down below if I find it on Amazon, but I know they sell them all over the place. They'll sell them on AliExpress and Temu. Sometimes they'll sell them under CC Found on Temu, but it's the same thing. I did do some coloring, a little bit of coloring with these this week, and I think they're okay. They're fine. There's nothing earth-shattering. Oh my goodness, these pencils are amazing, but there's nothing like, oh no, these are terrible pencils. They're probably not going to be in my pencil rotation necessarily after I film this video, but you never know. My mind could change. I have had pencils in the past where I was like, ugh, I hate these pencils. And then like a year later, I'll take a look at them again. I'll be like, oh, they're not bad. I like them, and use them again. So yeah, that's pretty much my takeaway from this set. If you, like I said, if you have the Castle Art Golds already, you don't need these. I think I got my Castle Art set for $30, so 120 set, back when they were having this really big sale. I think their sales weren't going too well for them, so they had like this major sale. So the Castle Arts, I think, are a prettier presentation. Looks wise, I think they're prettier, and they do have 120 colors available. But if my suspicions are correct, I imagine after some time, after these 72 set, if these probably do well, I'm sure that they'll all of a sudden pop out with 120 set as well, after we already bought the 72 set from them. That does seem to be the kind of the pattern with these pencil sets. So check out the sales before you're making your decision. But just so you know, these are, in my opinion, they are basically the same pencil. They just look different on the outside. They have the same colors. The color, the colors available is like a typical set, in my opinion. There's nothing stand out that I'd be like, wow, these are really different and unique colors that you probably don't already have in your collection. I do really like this oyster color, and I think that might be a little bit, not even really, it's kind of just more like a French gray, I guess. What I thought was really strange, they have this one listed under metallic gold, and it's not really metallic, like how this metallic silver is metallic. I don't know if you can even tell on camera. The metallic silver has actual metallic shininess to it. And the pencil that I matched up with from the Kalour set is the earth green color. So I thought that was strange. Yeah, so this one's earth green. It's not saying anything about it being metallic, but they do have this color, green gold, that is metallic, and they didn't put that in the set. So that's a little odd. And I did notice that some of the Kalour names were misspelled, but that seems kind of on trend for Kalour. They do have some misspelling sometimes. The same with Brutfuner. I have seen a few, I just checked the listing this morning, and there's a bunch of reviews there now that weren't there before. I think they were Vine reviews, which is when people get the sets for free in exchange for reviews. So you could check those out and see what you think for yourself. They are pretty pigmented, so if you're not into layers so much, you might like these. These might be good for you. So let's see if we could, how this little section blends out. Oops, was this even the one I was using? So it's kind of hard to tell when you're swatching and you're just like scribbling, see if stuff really, how well it blends out or layers, to when you're actually coloring something. So these actually, let me make sure that I don't have any other colors on here. So they do work nicely with the blender. You definitely need to incorporate the blender, I think, when using these pencils. Let's see how the white does. Oh, I didn't sharpen the white one, just because I wanted to show you guys how they came squared off. I forgot. So let's sharpen it. Let's see how they do with the white. So you could blend with the white pencil too, I think. Kind of gives the almost the same effects. I just don't like how they're so crumbly, which it might be due to pressure, so don't press so hard when you use them. Maybe it won't be so much dust. I'm trying to use a little bit of a lighter hand with these. So I do think these are more for layering, and they are different from the Kalours in the big 520 set and those little subsets, and they're also different than the macaroon. So it's a different Kalour pencil than the rest of the Kalour pencils. It's kind of like matter of opinion if you think that they are necessarily top grade or not. Yeah, so a different pencil than the rest, in case you're, I'm sure that's probably like everybody's main inquiry was, are these going to be the same, just the same formula type pencil as the rest of them? They're not. They're new to the Kalour family, we'll say, but they are, I don't think these are a new pencil. I think these are the Castle Art Gold's cores, and if they're not exactly the same, they're a very close formula match. So you're not getting any new colors by getting this set if you already have the golds. That's all I have for you guys today. If you have any questions for me, of course, you can always leave them down below in the comment section. My email is always in the description box. So if you do want me to send you a copy of these, my comparisons here, feel free to email me and I'll send it to you. And I hope you guys will have a really great rest of your day. Happy coloring, and I'll see you in the next one.